The arrival of Oumuamua, a visitor from the stars in October 2017, astronomers using the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope in Hawaii detected something extraordinary. A fast-moving object entered our solar system, coming not from within but from deep interstellar space, the vast and mysterious region that lies between the stars. This object wasn't just unusual. It was unprecedented. It was named Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning scout or messenger. The name was fitting. This was the first time in recorded history that we had confirmed the arrival of an interstellar object, a visitor from beyond our solar system. Right away, Oumuamua sparked intense interest and scientific debate. Unlike any comet or asteroid we had ever observed, it showed characteristics that defied easy explanation. It was shaped unlike anything typically found in space. Based on the way it reflected sunlight, scientists determined it had a highly elongated form, possibly resembling a cigar or a pancake, depending on the model. It didn't emit a tail, as comets usually do when they're warmed by the sun. There was no visible gas, no sign of outgassing, and yet, as it passed through the inner solar system, it accelerated, as though it was being propelled by something we couldn't see. This anomaly raised countless questions. Was it a natural object or something artificial? Could we be looking at a fragment of a shattered planet? Or was it perhaps something far more exotic, like a probe, a light sail, or an ancient spacecraft sent by an intelligent species? These questions could no longer be dismissed as science fiction. Oumuamua had forced open a door in mainstream astronomy, and there was no going back. Its speed and trajectory confirmed it came from outside our solar system, specifically, from a direction near the constellation Lyra. But what made it even more fascinating was the fact that, after passing the Sun, it sped up in a way that could not be fully explained by gravity alone. Many scientists rushed to explain this acceleration. Some hypothesized it was a result of frozen hydrogen sublimating, turning directly into gas and giving the object a small push. Others said it could be a thin sheet-like object, a solar sail, driven by radiation pressure from sunlight. That theory came with a mind-blowing implication. If Oumuamua were a solar sail, then it may not be natural at all. It could have been designed, perhaps by a civilization far more advanced than our own. Among the voices raising this possibility was Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, who argued that we should remain open to the idea that this object might be artificial. His theory sparked international headlines and controversy, but also genuine scientific discussion about the possibility of extraterrestrial technology. But to truly learn more, we would need better instruments, and that's where the James Webb Space Telescope comes in. Launched in December 2021, JWST was designed to look deeper into space and further back in time than any telescope before it. With its powerful infrared sensors, it can detect faint heat signatures and chemical compositions from distant celestial objects. And now, thanks to its advanced capabilities, Webb was finally able to focus on Oumuamua, now far beyond the orbit of Pluto, drifting toward the outer edges of the Sun, revealing the secrets of Oumuamua, beyond science fiction. When the James Webb Space Telescope turned its gaze to Oumuamua, it captured the first detailed image of this elusive object. The object, though distant and dim, revealed important clues about its shape and surface. Oumuamua appears irregular, with deep indentations and surface craters, suggesting that it has been journeying through space for millions, perhaps billions, of years, colliding with cosmic dust and debris along the way. But the most astonishing revelation came from Webb's spectroscopic analysis, which allows scientists to break down the light reflected off the object and determine what it's made of. What they discovered was shocking. Oumuamua's surface contains complex organic molecules, carbon-based compounds that are considered the building blocks of life. Even more fascinating, these materials are not typically found within our solar system. They resemble substances observed only in the cold, outer reaches of the galaxy, suggesting that Oumuamua formed in an environment very different from our own. Some of the compounds discovered include metal-rich elements, unidentified crystalline structures, and reflective coatings that might help explain its unusual brightness and acceleration. The presence of these exotic materials suggests it may have come from a young, dynamic star system where matter behaves and evolves in unfamiliar ways. Webb's findings also dismissed earlier theories about outgassing. There was no evidence of water ice or sublimation, meaning Oumuamua's acceleration likely wasn't due to conventional cometary activity. So what then caused it to speed up? One theory gaining traction is that radiation pressure, light from the sun, acted on the object in a way that only happens if it is extremely thin, like a light sail. If so, Oumuamua might be an example of advanced space propulsion, either naturally occurring or intentionally engineered. The implications are staggering. If Oumuamua is artificial, it could be the first known evidence of alien technology, a relic from a distant civilization, perhaps long extinct. It may have been a probe, a communication device, or even a drifting artifact, unintentionally released and carried across interstellar space. Of course, there are natural explanations too. Another theory proposes that Oumuamua is a fragment from a larger body, possibly a planet that was destroyed near a black hole or massive star. Gravitational forces could have ripped that world apart, sending debris into space, debris that now crosses galaxies. In that case, Oumuamua would be a cosmic survivor, a fossil of a world that no longer exists, now drifting through space as a silent witness to an ancient catastrophe. Yet one of the most profound questions raised by Oumuamua lies in the field of astrobiology. Could this object, or others like it, serve as vessels for life's building blocks? The concept of interstellar panspermia suggests that life, or at least its components, might travel across the galaxy by hitching a ride on spacefaring objects. If Oumuamua carries organic molecules, could it have seeded other planets with the materials needed for life? Could life on Earth have begun in a similar way, brought here by a passing interstellar object millions of years ago? These aren't just abstract theories anymore. Thanks to data from telescopes like Webb, these ideas are now active areas of research in astronomy, physics, and biology. Oumuamua has opened the door to possibilities we never seriously considered. It's not just a rock, it's a symbol of the unknown. A messenger from deep space that may be telling us we are not alone, or at least not unique in the universe. Its brief appearance in our sky has changed the course of space science. It has inspired new missions, ambitious technologies, and a renewed drive to seek out the next interstellar visitor. Projects like Breakthrough Starshot are working to send tiny, lightweight spacecraft to other stars using light sail technology. If such missions succeed, we may one day catch up to objects like Oumuamua, or even send our own emissaries out into the stars. We're standing at the edge of a new era in exploration. One where humanity doesn't just observe space but begins to interact with it. So what is Oumuamua? A shard of a lost world? An ancient alien probe? Or simply nature being more complex and creative than we ever imagined? Whatever the answer, it has ignited a fire in the hearts of scientists and dreamers alike. Because in this object, cold, silent, and strange, we see a reflection of our deepest questions. Where did we come from? Are we alone? And what's waiting for us among the stars? Stay curious. The story of Oumuamua